and how to make them look good at festive periods and always. Such lovely families are regularly found at Heavenly Kids and Teens Wears, shopping for their prenatal and postnatal needs, teenagers' wears and shoes, school bags, lunch bags, and lots more from the cities of Europe and America.
Mom, this place looks heavenly.
And such parents know that good-looking children are happy children.
This message is brought to you by Heavenly Kids and Teens Wears.
Just like a diamond, you shine from far away.
Where is Akure? I am Mrs. Fashionati. We are located at Captain Cook Building, directly opposite First Bank, Alagbaka, Akure. We stock stores from newborn, from pregnancy till teenage age. That means from 0 to 19 years. We have various stocks what your baby can wear right from the immediately you give birth to your baby till teenage age, from bodysuits, sleep suits, the outing wears, their singlets, pants. We have the shoes. We have a lot of beautiful stuffs, lot of mouth-watering stuff that you can buy for your children here. Heavenly Kids, good-looking children are happy children.
Parents who know how to care for their kids begin to care right from when they are in the womb to the time of birth and throughout their teenage years. Such caring parents are passionate about what their kids and teenagers wear and how to make them look good at festive periods and always. Such lovely families are regularly found at Heavenly Kids and Teens Wears, shopping for their prenatal and postnatal needs, teenagers' wears and shoes, school bags, lunch bags, and lots more from the cities of Europe and America.
Mom, this place looks heavenly.
And such parents know that good-looking children are happy children.
This message is brought to you by Heavenly Kids and Teens Wears.
Just like a diamond, you shine from
Download
far
our
away.
radio on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Miek Radio.
I like it.
Good afternoon, welcome to Mother's Delight on Miek Radio. Hope you're having a fantastic day and hope you're enjoying your day. My name is Oluwadamilola. Welcome. And last week we spoke about infertility, female infertility, and we know that infertility is the inability to achieve a normal pregnancy. When someone gets married, when two people get married, one of the joys of marriage is children. So when you are unable to have children 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years after marriage, it is a source of concern. So we are going to be talking about the male infertility, one of the problems of not having children in marriage. When people don't have children, it might be infertility either from the female or from the male. We've spoken about female infertility last week, and so today we are going to be moving on and talking about this topic, sensitizing the public about this topic, and moving to female and male infertility. Since it takes two to tango, a male and a female in marriage, and last week we spoke about female infertility. This week we're going to be talking about male infertility. And as you know, I will not be doing this alone. I have with me in-house our nurse who is going to be talking about shedding more light on male infertility. So we're taking a short break now, and when we come back, we're going to be taking you on a course on male infertility, the effects, the causes, diagnosis, and also the prevention and treatment. Please stay with us and we'll be right back.
Parents who know how to care for their kids begin to care right from when they are in the womb to the time of birth and throughout their teenage years. Such caring parents are passionate about what their kids and teenagers wear and how to make them look good at festive periods and always. Such lovely families are regularly found at Heavenly Kids and Teens Wears, shopping for their prenatal and postnatal needs, teenagers wears and shoes, school bags, lunch bags, and lots more from the cities of Europe and America.
Mom, this place looks heavenly.
And such parents know that good-looking children are happy children.
This message is brought to you by Heavenly Kids and Teens Wears.
Just like a diamond, you shine from far away.
Welcome back. You're still watching Mother's Delight on MEAC Radio, and I'd like to say that this program is sponsored by Heavenly Kids and Teens Wear, and you can find our sponsors at Captain Cook Building directly opposite First Bank Alagbaka in Akure, Ondo State, Nigeria. And you can contact them on Facebook and on Instagram at Heavenly Kids and Teens Wear, directly on Instagram and on Facebook. So we're going right into the topic, and like I said, we're going to be talking about male infertility, and I'm not going to be talking about this alone. I have in-house our nurse OLUKOYA. So good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, and for those who are just watching you for the first time, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Nurse TEMITOPE OLUKOYA.
A registered
nurse, yes.
That's a registered nurse. So today we're going to be talking about male infertility. Last week we spoke about female infertility. So we're talking about infertility in pregnancy. So what would you say is your definition of infertility, and then male infertility? Just give us a little insight on that.
Okay, last week we spoke about female infertility. So infertility generally is inability to conceive after an unprotected sex for at least 6 months to a year, or at least 2 to 3 times in a week of sexual intercourse without protection, unprotected sex. So, and you're unable to achieve pregnancy. So that's when it's infertility. When the male infertility, it's inability of a man to impregnate a fertile woman. That's male infertility.
Okay, so we have to have a fertile woman.
Yes, a fertile woman. It's very, very important.
Okay, so if we talk about male infertility, a lot of people might say that, okay, especially in like Africa, that is like a man's, I don't want to use a man's world because it's no longer a man's world, but a lot of people will say this is a patriarchal kind of society, and some people might say that men should not be blamed for infertility in marriage. What would you say are the causes? Because we are trying to enlighten people and say that, okay, sometimes male or men might be the cause of infertility in marriage. So what would you say are the causes of infertility in men?
Okay, we have a bit of few causes. We have the genetic cause. That's the genetic. It comes. It's genetically inherited. It comes because of the gene. Okay, probably like we call it chromosomal abnormalities. The chromosomes. Some men, they are just born like that. The chromosomes didn't develop well. Okay, there's a syndrome that the chromosomes, they're supposed to be 46 chromosomes, but now it's 47 chromosomes, thereby affecting the sexual organs. So this time the testes are small, production of sperm is very little. So it's not the person's doing. It just comes. It's genetic. It's the gene. Yes, that's one of the causes. Then we have causes like smoking, that's alcohol, smoking tobacco. So this kind of case, smoking, it damages the DNA of the sperm. It damages the DNA of the sperm, so thereby causing infertility in a man. So that's like the habit of the person. That's man-made. Yes, man-made cause. Now we have some causes like from disease such as cancers. Okay. Cancers, yes.
I think I've heard of that before.
Yes, we have causes from cancers. Then some from diabetes. Yes, some diabetic patient, the extreme end of diabetes, it causes infertility. So then we have causes like extreme heat. Yes.
Oh yes. Okay.
Extreme heat. Yes. For a man, extreme heat is not good. That's why we really, when a man is having a hot bath, we don't advise men to always have hot baths, hot shower. We tell them to make the water lukewarm. Yes, it destroys the production of sperm. So so thereby causing infertility in a man. So men should avoid extreme heat. Then we have some causes like such as the occupation of the man. Whereby some like an occupation of the man, like the drivers, whereby they have to sit down for a long time. The heat that is generated that for a long time. For a long period of time.
This is like still under heat.
Yes, it's somebody with that kind of profession. Then we have some exercises that also they generate heat, like bicycle riding for those who use it as an occupation. Bicycle riding, horse riding. Yes, so it generates on normal ground. The testes and the testicles, they are supposed to be in a free environment. That's why we don't encourage that they wear tight pants. We encourage them that they wear free boxers. That's why we advise boxers for men. Yes, so to reduce the heat because it damages the sperm production. Okay. So we have such causes. So that's the self-made cause. Then we have treatment. We have some drugs that could cause low sperm counts, reduce sperm production.
So some drugs can actually cause low sperm count.
Yes, for a person like under chemotherapy.
That's like
cancer. Yes, for a person under chemotherapy, it affects the production of sperm. So the sperm production might be low, so thereby affecting infertility in this manner. Okay. So that's majorly.
One time, I think it was on Twitter, I read that men should not wear black briefs, and then when I read more on it, it was like because the color black absorbs heat. So when you wear like black briefs or black boxers, it could lead to infertility. Yes. But because it's not everything, I should have researched on it, but then because it's not everything you see on social media, so I just took that one with a pinch of salt.
Yes.
But since you are mentioning it now,
yes, it is really a major cause of infertility.
Yes, I'll tell all my male friends to change their briefs from black.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we know some of the major causes of infertility in men, and so many people would have been sensitized at this point, because I'm very sure so many people did not know that heat causes is one of the major causes of infertility in men.
Okay.
And now that they know, we want to say since we know the causes, what are the effects of male infertility apart from the obvious cause that you will not be able to impregnate a fertile woman? What are like the major causes, like some of the other causes of male infertility?
The causes, the
effects that male infertility, apart from the effect that you'll not be able to impregnate a woman. So what are like some of the effects you would say?
The major effect is the fact that you can't impregnate a woman. There are some things that once you go to visit a doctor for checkup, they will ask you some questions like, how is the sex drive like? Do you have low libido? They just probe you. So it's not like there's a major effect. Yes, there's no really major effect. the effects, the really major effects you will see is the ones I said, the causes, the genetic ones, like the syndromatic one I said, that the chromosomes are 47 instead of 46. So in this kind of person, you will already see in the private parts that it's small. So that's the only major physical appearance you can see for that kind of case. You only see that the female and the male reproductive organ is very small.
Okay, but what's kind of like case? Male infertility have like maybe like depression, or like you said, low libido. I don't know, like those are like some of the effects also.
Yes, those are like the effects, definitely. But I'm saying that like the literal thing you can,
like yes, physically, okay.
Yes, the literal thing is that the fact that the man cannot impregnate a woman, that's the major thing you will notice that will lead you to go to the to get a checkup.
Okay, yeah. So before we go on a break, and I know that at this point a lot of people have learned a lot of things, because I have learned a lot of things at this point, and I'm not even done with the program yet. Okay, this is just showing how entertaining and informative this program is. So how are you going to diagnose? Because now let's take a man that has like the chromosome kind of now he sees that, okay, I think I don't have the normal size of private organ as other guys. I want to go and get myself checked. So what are like the ways you can diagnose male infertility? Okay, for a man trying to impregnate a lady and is not achieving that course, once you see that you're not achieving that course, you walk into the hospital. So the first thing they tell you to do is a sperm analysis. Okay. SFA, sperm fluid analysis. So the sperm fluid analysis is done in such a way that the man will be told to abstain from sex for 2 to 7 days. So once the man is told to abstain from sex for 2 to 7 days, the man comes to the hospital. The bottle is given to the man. So the man has to ejaculate into the bottle. So the test is preferably done in the vicinity of the hospital because of the temperature changes. So most hospitals or most laboratories, they provide a room that this procedure can be done. So the man ejaculates into the bottle and the test is carried on. So with the tests, they check a lot of things. They check the amount of sperm production. The normal amount, it should be a normal sperm analysis should be at least greater than 20 million sperm counts. 20 million? Yes, 20 million. So if it's less than 20 million, then there might be something wrong. Yeah, it could be within 15 to 20. But it's like 2 million. Yeah, so bad. So too bad. Then the motility of the sperm too is checked. What do you mean by motility? The progression, the way the sperm moves. Yes, because that movement, it's the one that helps in. Once the sperm is released, the movement it makes a lot more sense because the sperm has to move in a fast way. Okay, it has to swing. Swing, yes, swing, exactly. That's the term. The swimming. So it has to be fast. So the motility, you check the motility through this test too, if the sperms are fast or not. Because if the sperms are not fast, then it could be a bad thing to yes. If it's not fast, so definitely it might die along the way. So definitely you might not be able to impregnate a woman. So the motility also matters. So they check all the cells. Then also they do semen analysis and they check some cells too in the sperm to know if they are fine. So they determine the medication they'll place the man on. So that's a major test that is done to check male fertility. For somebody with a chromosomal issue, they could do a scan, a scrotal scan, to check if it's well placed. They will check it. Everything is if it's okay. Then also they could do an hormonal profile. The major hormonal profile they do for men is the SFH and the progesterone, because those are the ones that determine the sperm production. So they do the SFH, they check the levels because it has to have a particular level for a man.
then the progesterone has to have you have to have a particular level too for a man.
So now we have learned a lot of things. We now know the causes of male infertility. We know the effect it has on the male, and then we know how it can be diagnosed. So we're taking a short break now, and when we come back, we'll be talking about the prevention and also the treatment of male infertility. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
This is for boy, this is for girl, newborn babies from 0 to like 12-18 months. This is the sleeveless for boys. We also have for girls. This is immediately you get back to the baby. This is the section, the cross section of where to start from. The bodysuit, the sleeve suits, everything, the booties, everything, we have them. Everything, the blankets, the shawl, the baby warmer. We have the baby shawl, the baby nursing pillow. We have all the wares, beautiful stuff. We have the baby mats that you can play with when you have your outing. We have all nice wares, beautiful stuffs. We have their feeder, we have their towel, we have their travel bassinet with baby bath, the outing wears, the church wear.
Parents who know how to care for their kids begin to care right from when they are in the womb to the time of birth and throughout their teenage years. Such caring parents are passionate about what their kids and teenagers wear and how to make them look good at festive periods and always. Such lovely families are regularly found at Heavenly Kids and Teens Wears, shopping for their prenatal and postnatal needs, teenagers wears and shoes, school bags, lunch bags, and lots more from the cities of Europe and America.
Mom, this place looks heavenly.
And such parents know that good-looking children are happy children.
This message is brought to you by Heavenly Kids and Teens Wears.
Just like a diamond, we shine from far away.
Welcome back. You're still watching Mother's Delight on Miek Radio, and my name is Oluwadamilola, and I have with me Nurse Olukoya, who is talking about the topic male infertility with me. And I'd like to say that this program is sponsored by Heavenly Kids and Teens Wear Alagbaka in Akure, Ondo State, and you can follow our sponsors on social media on Facebook and on Instagram at Heavenly Kids and Teens Wear. So we have spoken about the effect, causes, and also that how male infertility can be diagnosed. What are we going to say about the treatment? The treatment and also the prevention.
Okay, for the prevention, we already know that some of the causes I mentioned: avoid heat, make sure your boxers are free, no tight boxers. If you are working, it depends on the work you are doing. Like if you're a driver and you have to sit for a long time, please try and at least take a break along the line. Or if you're an office worker and you sit like virtually 8 hours of your day, try and stand up and exercise a bit before like intervals. Try and do that. Yes, try and do that on intervals. Then also for those the drinking habits, the alcohol, the smoking of tobacco, the smoking of cigarettes, cocaine, you should avoid all those if you're trying to get a woman pregnant. So all those habits, because it destroys the DNA of the sperm, so thereby affecting the sperm production. So please avoid all those to get the results you desire. And then also because a man is trying to get a woman pregnant does not mean you should have everyday intercourse. It reduces sperm production. So at least space the intercourse, the sexual intercourse. At least do it 2 days intervals, not like everyday thing. Do you understand? So it reduces the production of the sperm. So when you give yourself space, okay, when you give yourself at least 2 days, 3 days space, the quality of the sperm is even better. The quality, the motility, it's better than when you do it every day. Then also avoid hot baths. Try and avoid hot baths. Do lukewarm water. It's not every time you should do hot bath every time. Then also for
the treatment.
Yeah, for the treatments. For treatment we have the treatment like the IUI, intrauterine insemination. This procedure. It really helps men that has low sperm count and that has low motility. As I said, that the quality of the swimming, the rapid swimming, it helps with the fertility. So in this kind of IUI, the woman is already prepared. The fertility drugs are used, and they allow the man to ejaculate.
Parents who know how to care for their kids begin to care right from when they are in the womb to the time of birth and throughout their teenage years. Such caring parents are passionate about what their kids and teenagers wear and how to make them look good at festive periods and always. Such lovely families are regularly found at Heavenly Kids and Teens Wears, shopping for their prenatal and postnatal needs. Teenagers wears and shoes, school bags, lunch bags, and lots more from the cities of Europe and America.
Mom, this place looks heavenly.
And such parents know that good-looking children are happy children.
This message is brought to you by Heavenly Kids and Teens Wears.
Just like a diamond, you shine from far away.
Welcome back. You're still watching Mother's Light on MEC Radio, and you were saying before we went on the break.
Yeah, we're talking about the treatment. So we was talking about the IUI procedure. So if the IUI procedure, the man does not need to have sex directly with the woman. So in this kind of case, it helps people with low sperm count. So they just take a sample of the sperm, and then the chemical is used. The sperm wash is, so the very fast sperm are directly used in the woman. They're directly injected into the woman. So then we also have the other one, the IVF. That's the common one that we also know. So the IVF, a man with a low sperm count too can go for an IVF. So that's the treatment.
So now we're saying a very big thank you to our sponsors.
We have drugs for a man with low sperm count. It's not the end of the world. There are drugs. There's some choice of drugs that your doctors can give you. I may not tell you the names because you necessarily don't need it. Except yes, you visit your physician. Yes, so it's necessary when you visit your doctor.
Okay, so we are just saying that infertility in male is not the end. It might just be man-made and some habit that you need to stop. And then you see improvements in your sperm quality. So we are saying a very big thank you to all our sponsors and to our everyone behind the technical unit. We are saying a very big thank you, and we hope we have been able to sensitize you properly about infertility and male infertility. Thank you very much. We are saying a very big thank you to Nurse OLUKOYA for coming.
Yes.
To talk about this topic.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yes. And
I'm here to introduce to you Heavenly Kids and Teens Wears Akure. I am Mrs. Fashionati. We are located at Captain Cook Building, directly opposite First Bank, Alagbaka, Akure. We stock stores from newborn, from pregnancy till teenage age. That means from 0 to 19 years. We have various stocks what your baby can wear right from immediately you give birth to your baby till teenage age, from bodysuits, sleep suits, the outing wears, their singlets, pants. We have the shoes. We have a lot of beautiful stuffs, lot of mouth-watering stuff that you can buy for your children here. Heavenly Kids, good-looking children are happy children.
Parents who know how to care for their kids begin to care right from when they are in the womb to the time of birth and throughout their teenage years. Such caring parents are passionate about what their kids and teenagers wear and how to make them look good at festive periods and always. Such lovely families are regularly found at Heavenly Kids and Teens Wears, shopping for their prenatal and postnatal needs. Teenagers wears and shoes, school bags, lunch bags, and lots more from the cities of Europe and America.
Mom, this place looks heavenly.
And such parents know that good-looking children are happy children.
This message is brought to you by Heavenly Kids and Teens Wears.
Just like a diamond, shine from